Hello, how y'all doing? Okay. Now this is the three-story. This is a model of the three-story greenhouse. Now it's basically the same whether you in Africa, India, or America. You're basically now African India you use bamboo, okay? But this is basically the model. You would have several of these back here. Now, if you're an American, you would probably have to use something like this wood. You would probably have to build it using that kind of wood, a 2 by 10, 3 by 10, or 3 by 12, or whatever, 2 by 4s, whatever it's called at the Home Depot, y'all. Okay, so you can build this multi-story greenhouse. Okay, then let's look at it. You have your ground vegetables here. You have your peanuts, your carrots, your root vegetables, beet, potatoes, and yams. You would have that down here. On the first level, you would have the other vegetables. You would have green beans, tomatoes, whatever. Okay, that would be on this next level. Now I would think if you're making this in America, you would have two levels. In the third world, you could probably have three, but in America, you would probably have two. Now I would say this space is about 6 feet 3 inches. You know, just enough for an average size grown up to get through. Okay, to get it. So this would be 6 foot 3 inches. This would be 6 foot 3 inches. But okay, now if you're in the third world, if you're in Africa and India, you would have a three-level or a multi-level greenhouse. But if you're in America, I would think you would have two levels. You would have a two-level greenhouse, basically because of the wood situation in America. Now, bamboo does grow in America because we have it in our state. We have it in just about every state. Bamboo, wild bamboo. But I don't know. If bamboo will work for Americans because of our weather patterns. It would just destroy it in about 2 days, y'all. Okay, so you have a ladder. Now, you will have a ladder to go on the first floor. Okay, and then you'd have a ladder to go on the second floor. Now, in America, you may be able to use a 16-foot ladder or a 24-foot ladder just to go from one level to the next. Okay, now this will increase your output. Rather than having just a plain old flat greenhouse, 1 story, you would have 2 stories. This will increase your output 2 or 3 times what you normally have. And like I said, you may not want to use a ladder like this. You may want to use just a regular 16-foot ladder or a 20-foot ladder to go from one level to the next. Go from this level to that level. You might want to do that. Now, I know typically in the greenhouse you would have plastic, right, to cover to keep insects and other things from getting on it. But I think the better is to have this mesh. See this black mesh? It may come in another color, but have some black mesh to put around your greenhouse because you have to have pollination. You have to have insects to go in there and pollinate everything. So I would say use the mesh and not the plastic. There's plenty of sun that can get in here. You would have to go up here to water it and so on, put some fertilizer there. But this is a model and it's not a perfect science. So now see all this wires, that represents rope. But in America, because we have a lot of different building materials, you probably just use regular nails and wood to hold it together. If you're in Africa and Asia, you might want to use bamboo to hold it together. But in America, you may want to use, those typical very sturdy nails to hold it together. So that would be good also. So this is a model of the multi-story greenhouse. Like I said, if you're in Africa and Asia, I recommend 3 stories. If you're in America, I recommend 2 stories, basically because of the wood and the weather patterns in America. So now at the bottom, remember, that represents the ground. And you would have peanuts, carrots, roots, beets, potatoes, yams, all of those ground vegetables. And don't forget to plant the moringa tree. Did you know that the whole moringa tree is edible? Have a nice day.